What up, people? Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. I got this little mic over here. I'm gonna try it out and see if I like it. Can y'all hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Good, good, good. Man, I ain't did this live in a long time, man. I ain't did it live in a long time. Hopefully y'all catching notifications on to know when I'm going live. We'll wait on some folks on start too early. What up, man? Let me start with my shout outs. I work this thing, man. I forgot how to work this thing. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Will. Welcome back, man. Jay, I see you. Bird, what up? Day one. King. What up, King? Hard fought game. Back to the drawing board. Yes, sir. We're gonna definitely talk about that. You right about that, King. What up, Jay? Hey man, where you been? So I moved and moved from one state to another state. And finish up, what I was doing, and now I'm down here doing what I'm doing. So that's all it was, man. Just a lot going on. Good things, all positive, but I ain't gonna turn this into a vlog channel. I should probably do that. The life of Tampa too. But no, it's all good, man. And I wasn't gonna come back for the season, but I'm back. I was gonna stay away and be done with the YouTube thing, but y'all wanted me back, so I'm here. Hooligan. What up, let's see, Ian, what up, man? Yeah, rough day, bro. You right. Mr. Everything, what up? What up, Tick, man? I'm back, bro. I know, man. It's been crazy. Everybody been hitting me up. It's been crazy. Make sure y'all go add my Twitter. I just went and got it all good to go. Tampa 2 YouTube on Twitter. So now y'all can start talking to me on Twitter because y'all send me messages and I get so many of them. I be having to go through them and everything. It's just too many. And it's just me. What up? What up? Jay, what up? Edwin, yep. Edwin, what up? What up, Edwin? Oh yeah, we're going to homie court the following. We're going to homie court. I'm just giving y'all some time because see, last time, all the time I used to start my stream or whatever, people always hit me up like, man, give me a second, like let me get the notification and let me come in and get right. You know what I'm saying? Spark up, whatever y'all do. Get my drink, then I'm gonna get into it. What up, Kawasaki? What up, man? Low key, Leon. What up? Jay the Third. What up? John, welcome back, man. Welcome back to all y'all. Styles, what up? Jacob, Pooch. What up, Pooch? Pyramid fumble, Gage fumble, the end around play. Scotty, we gotta talk about it all. We're gonna go ahead and get started, man. Look, I gave y'all 5-10 minutes. Look, the tale of two halves, man, and the tale of two defenses. We're gonna start with play calling. Normally, I'll start with the offensive line. If you've been here, you already know I start with the offensive line. But today, I'm gonna start with play calling, man. Byron, you was upset this offseason because you was under the impression that you should get a head coaching job, and they keep denying you. And I had your back, and the hooligans had your back. But honestly, man, through these first 3 games, bro, I'm not seeing it. Now the good thing was Aaron Rodgers was an offensive, quarterback whisperer, let's just say. So now I'm starting to really look because this all season they said, and I don't really believe the rhetoric, but this all season they said Brady would get mad because Bruce Arians would walk in and scrap all these plays that they red line out all these plays that they had drew up during practices and stuff. And he before game day, he'll come and scratch them all out, put red all over it and everything, and tell you to change. This season, you don't got a head coach that's even doing that. If that was true, But through these first 3 games, some of the stuff y'all putting in there, man, I don't know, man. This flea flicker reverse shit. It looked like y'all practiced that one time this morning right after breakfast. That's what it looked like y'all practiced that. Like y'all ran through that. Y'all did that once, maybe twice. And it looked like y'all ain't do it full speed. It looked like y'all walked through that. Like we'll just pull us out in case we need a little something. You already got a little something. Scotty Miller down the seam. Why y'all trying to, what are you doing? I ain't never seen y'all do that. Brady been here since 2020. I ain't never seen y'all do that. A double reverse flea flicker? What? Do it look like y'all got that kind of time? You do that when you got a solid offensive line and you know ain't nobody gonna penetrate. A double reverse flea flicker? What? I know Madden just came out, but come on, dog. Bruce Arians would have scrapped that. Why get that out of here? Some of these play callings, man, on the 1 yard line, y'all do 3 passing plays. You need to do a run play just to get some room. Had this man, and I'm glad that wasn't catastrophic. We end up having to punt it again. But that could have been catastrophic. Y'all taking these unnecessary risks. You should have ran it. I'd have ran it twice and threw on 3rd down and then lived to see another day. I'd have punted it all the way to the 20. I'd have played that damn series like I know we was gonna have to punt. That's how I would have played it. When you get the ball in that kind of situation, it's so close to your offensive line playing the way it's playing. You just got to play the field position game. Let your defense step up, which they did, and let them get you the ball back and get better field position. What is that? And then y'all took up, man. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's go ahead. Let's discuss. So the play calling on offense is just, in my opinion, just subpar. Subpar. It's subpar. It's you're calling the plays that you would call if you had your top 3 receivers in there, and you do not. You need to be calling very preseason-ish, like second game preseason plays is what you need to be calling. They need to be very simple and very basic. And I mean your highest executable plays. Like these are going to get open. You know when you started doing that? In the last drive, hurry up offense is when you started doing that. You broke the plays down to their simplest form and just say all high efficiency plays is all we call them. And you boo, 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 boo. Now again, they was playing a little bit of, softer, but that's how you had to play that when you got these receivers. These receivers can work. I like what I was seeing. I just don't like how they were playing. But I like how I was seeing how y'all was spreading them out. I like where y'all had them on the field. Everything. I like it. I don't like their execution. Don't get me wrong. But I like it to say, this could have worked. What you rolled out there today could have worked. I just don't feel like the plays was putting the guys in the best position to win. And then even when they were in great position, they was dropping the ball. Some of that is Brady's fault, though. We're going to get to Brady, but some of that's Brady's fault. I boil it all down to play calling. I believe that the slow progression and the red zone play calling is trash. Some of these plays, I'm like, Cameron Brake can't catch a fade. Mike Evans can catch a fade. Cameron Brake can catch a fade too. You got Cole Beasley. Have him run right there and sit down. Have him run to the zone and sit down. Just throw it low. He like 5'4", 5'2". Put it on his knees and let him sit down. Why wouldn't you do that? What are y'all trying to call? Leonard Fournette a little banged up. You could tell. We're going to get to that too. But anyway, the play call. Offensive line. I would tell you for a makeshift offensive line, you're doing okay. But you're really showing y'all just some guys. Y'all just some guys, man. We've been decimated. But you did enough to win. You did enough to win. You still could have won. even with the offensive line playing the way it was. And what's whoever that left tackle is, like I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand. Like you've played, I get you might not play that specific position, but you've played offensive line probably since probably high school. Some of your technique. Me question: did you play in college? But what are you doing? You sliding all the way. I just, I, There's some of the stuff just don't make no sense to me, man. And then the running backs. Where's the 1-2 punch? Where's the 1-2 punch? I get it that Leonard Fournette is the best at running, the best at catching, and the best at blocking on our team. But you see, he was hobbled and slow. Spell him, switch him a little bit. Switch him out. Now I get it. The offense wasn't on the field that often, right? Because they was getting in and getting off, getting in and getting off. Sudden change, pace, all that. But you put a different running style in there. Let's put the little shifty back in there. Let's put Vaughn in there. Let's do something different. If the offense ain't working the way you designed it, let's do something different. And see, Todd Bowles being a defensive-minded coach, strictly defense, don't even sit in the room on offense. Just trusting what Byron Leftwich is doing and Brady coming up with, and it's just not. It's not where it's at. It's not where it's at, and it really showed me that there was more involved in that offense from last year and the year before that than just Brady and Byron Leftwich sitting. Bruce Arians might have had something to do with some of that. Just the way it's looking too different with the same pieces. It's looking too different than what it was. Over the last 3 games, we having a hard time scoring a touchdown. 1 touchdown. Going from a team that was scoring 30, 35 points a game, no matter who you was. No matter who you put on that field, we was getting 30. To the point where we can't even score a single touchdown. That's too drastic of a change. The defensive coordinators ain't figuring us out like that. It's too drastic of a change. It's a problem. So then I asked myself, well, what changed? Okay, the offensive line. Brady ain't got as much time. So he's having to rush a lot, hurry up a lot. The offseason was a little different, a little strange. He missed 11 days, not enough cohesion. And these receivers ain't the receivers that he in the future will be throwing to. These are a lot of backup guys and secondary guys. And I got all that, but Brady did that his whole career. Throwing it to whoever. The John Rodgers and Tim Smith, he been doing that his whole career. So it's hard for me. I understand that the syncness of it. I get it. But it's hard for me to give him that pass because you got Aaron Rodgers right on the other side of the field that's playing with relatively and making great progress with unknown wide receivers, except for Lazard. We all know who Lazard is, but this other guy, Dobbs, I mean, these guys, it's not like they got all this chemistry together either. But he used him mightily against us. So it's just hard for me to give these passes out. It's just hard for me to get these passes out, man. It should look a lot better than this. So what's changed? I got it, the offensive line. I know my people's gonna say that. Offensive line, but come on, man. Some of these passes that Brady's throwing is behind the receiver. So they're having to turn around and contort their body to catch it. Now, Mike Evans got a wide wingspan. Chris Godwin can get low, get high, change his body position. These new guys ain't going to be able to change their body position like that to catch some passes. You got to put them passes on the money, Brady. And they wasn't on the money today. Just a little bit behind, a little bit ahead, some over the head, some low in the dirt. They all over the place. And I know why that is. It's because your ring finger is swollen. So you lose a little bit of touch on them balls. I get it. And your pass is super rushed. But it just don't look the same, man, with the same pieces. Wide receivers, man. So the offensive line played okay. They did enough to win, but they wasn't too good. Running backs, like I said, there was only feature Leonard Fournette, and they should have switched it up a little bit more than that. I'd have liked to see a little change of pace back. Give us a little spark. Imagine if Rashad White got in there and sprung for 20 yards. Just once. Just sprung for 20. Right? And then you put Leonard Fournette in, beat him down a little bit, and then throw him in there a couple of, and he sprung for another 7, 8. That's going to change the pace of the game. Anyway, wide receivers, man, I was a Scotty Miller, a Scotty Miller fan, man. Scotty Miller fan. And I always just said, man, I really want him to get his opportunity. That was my big thing, man. Give Scotty Miller his opportunity, man, because I saw a lot in him, or I thought I did. That ain't the case, man. That ain't the case, man. It just Scotty Miller ain't it, man. Them deep drops over the top, kind of like the Saints got that kid they tried to use against us. They kept throwing it to him deep last week. He's like one of them type of receivers where the only thing really he gonna do is just go over the top, man. Go over the top and just launch it. That's pretty much what he's good for. And he got to get his weight up, bro. You got to get your weight up, bro. You little, man. Scotty, you little, bro. Almost like the other wide receiver we used to have that Scotty replaced that went over to Tennessee. My memory bad, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He went over there and just disappeared, man. It was like them little Wes Welker type guys, man. They get beat up, man. Olave, that's his name, Olave. But anyway, they get beat up. That's the Saints dude. But anyway, they get beat up, man. And you could just see, while Scotty Miller is tough, that's a tough guy. Adam Humphrey, that's his name. I knew y'all was gonna come through. Adam Humphrey, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Scotty need to be used by like Adam Humphrey was used, but Adam Humphrey, when he left here, they tried to use him as a traditional slot receiver, and he's not traditional, so he kind of disappeared. And Scotty Miller, you're doing that too. Now that they're trying to use you as a bona fide certified receiver, you got to use Scotty Miller like you use Adam Humphrey, but Scotty Miller ain't got those skills. His route running is terrible, and he's just so little. I mean, they literally just one hand beat him up. I mean, he tough. He take it, but he ain't it, bro. He ain't it. Scotty, you ain't it, bro. I'm sorry. You ain't it. Rashard Perriman. This thing keep going out. Rashard Perriman, bro. You are a strong number 3 receiver. Strong. That's it. You're definitely not number 1. You know that. You're definitely not number 2. You're a strong number 3 or number 4 wide receiver. And you can make some things happen here and there. But for somebody on everybody bubble, bro, you should be, this your opportunity. And then they lost Jair Alexander, their number 1 corner. So their number 2 corner was the top corner. Right? So you might be drawing a number 2 or number 3 corner on you, Rashard Perriman. You should be cutting up. And I get it, man. I get it. Like offensive line protection, I get all that. But bro, he had opportunities to get you the ball. And you should be cutting up. And I get it if you was against a number 1 corner. If you had a Lattimore on you or something like that, I get it. Like he's supposed to shut you down. But you drawing a number 2, number 3 corner, man. You should be tearing their ass up. And you're not. I like Tompkins. Thompson. Whoever that guy was we had, I like Thompson. I want to put him in there and see what he can do in Darden. Darden came in for one play, and I was like, yo, wait a minute. Hold up. Rewind that. You saw how clean that route was ran? I said, wait a minute, hold up. You need to put some of these guys back on special teams, and you might need to see what Darden can do. The problem is, last time we let Darden come up, Darden ain't show out like he's supposed to. But I want to try him again. I'm ready to try Darden again. Having Mike Evans not be there really hurt us, man. And I didn't think it would hurt us that bad. Mike Evans out there, we win that game. Because if we can do that with them scrubs, having at least Mike Evans out there would have changed the game. I'm gonna tell you what, having Gronk out there, Mr. Robotic, in them red zones, another thing that's different. We ain't got nobody throw it in the red zone too. Nobody. We get in the red zone and it's like, who I'm going to? The good teams, people know. Everybody know he going here. That's it. And you can't do nothing to stop it. It's too fast, it's too accurate, and it's too good. You can't stop it. Who is that guy for us? Last week I felt like we was good. This week, I don't know, man. Who is that guy? Should be Cameron Brake and Lil Scotty on a little slant, little something. It ain't it. And we, for the life of us, 31, 4th and 1, we can't get it. The offensive line, man, we can't get it. Tight ends was just non-existent today. They made no impact to the game. They just made no impact to the game today. Man, the Bucs used to feature tight ends. We used to feature them. Tom Brady used to feature tight ends. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Aaron Hernandez and Grunt Robin, they used to feature tight ends. There's no tight end that he trusts to throw the ball to. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. That red zone is really bothering me because we can't make it happen in the red zone, man. Anyway, that's how the offense looked. Defense looked great second half. First half, y'all was slow, lethargic, slow to the impact, the ball impact, slow to get on the receive. Slow to make the time. It was just bad. Or I would say it was uncharacteristic of the Bucs. First half. Second half, you shut it down. Shut it down. If you stop them, one of those drives from scoring in that first half, just one. Even if they kicked a field goal, we would have won. You just need to slow them down for one of those. And Todd Bowles did make some halftime adjustments, which completely changed the trajectory of that game. They didn't do nothing the whole second half. So the defense played shutout football for that whole second half. But when they're going up by 2 and the offense can't move the ball, they're already good. Now let's talk about the defensive line. We used to be a team that you could not run on. It was impossible to do that. And we did pretty good in the run now, but it's not scary. Because that Bear Soup is gone. It's not scary. It used to be scary. They try to run. Teams wouldn't even try it because they know it was getting nothing. And now they feel comfortable running the ball. They keep falling forward. They get hit and they keep stumbling forward. Levante David was slow to the ball. Devin White slow to the ball. What is going on today? Slow. The only thing I characterize this game with is just slow. But in the second half, that all changed. Because Todd Bowles stopped blitzing so much. Stopped blitzing. He stopped trying to put Aaron Rodgers under pressure and just play coverage. And we got to get penetration with our 4 linemen, down linemen. I don't necessarily like Troy, y'all talking about number 9. Troy Shalanka. He keep changing his name anyway. I don't like him on the right side. I like him on the left side. But y'all know better than me. But I like him on the left side. I like Shaq Barrett on the right side of that line. Going against they best offensive lineman on their team. I like Shaq Barrett. I like to have my experience over there. Y'all switched them up. Y'all got Troy Yankovic, whatever his name is, Troy Yankovic, on the right side. And y'all got Shaq Barrett on the left side, making no impact in the game. He made no impact on the game, man. Shaq Barrett, where are you at? However, the defense is playing well. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying on that defensive line, Todd Bowles has to gain the confidence that we can get pressure with our front four. If we're gonna do anything going forward, again, they're playing great. Anything going forward, we're gonna have to get more pressure. Linebackers, y'all doing okay. Y'all still on the ball. Let's clean up the tackling. And with our corners, is just the tackling. That's it. Y'all are there. Just the tackling. Safeties is okay. We ain't really worried about too many people getting us too deep, but it's just the tackling. And for some reason, a team that's known for like just rallying to the ball and not missing tackles, I don't know, man. And then special teams covering, y'all doing all right doing that, but we need some more gunners. We need some more speed on our special teams, man. So let's go over the game. First half was really sloppy, man. Bad, poor execution. It looked like the guys didn't do no practicing or nothing. It looked sloppy on offense and defense, and it shows you the difference when the defense can't come through. It's hard to stop anybody, man. But they end up getting on board. But this delay a game, and I don't want to just rest it all on that, but this delay a game, man. Come on. Again, showing that lack of practice, lack of routine, lack of rehearsal. Y'all ain't practiced a 2-minute drive with needing a 2-point conversion. Y'all ain't run over that this week with these folks. Brady, you trying to line them up and get them straight, and it's taking too long. It's taking too long. Watch the clock. You know the time is long running. Y'all should have them plays in there, man. It should be built into that offense. The highest percentage plays you need right here. You technically you could have got a delay a game for the play before the 2-point conversion. It's crazy, man. Y'all taking long to get. I hate for it to end like that. But again, you can't blame it on that because y'all was able to snap the ball and run your 2-minute play, and that's all you had. You had no big body, nothing run across the middle. You didn't have no phase drawing up, nothing because it's play calling. Play calling. You wasted it down on that double reverse flea flicker bullshit. Yeah. You gotta get it together, man. Get back in the lab. Get back in the lab. That ain't it. This offense is sputtering, and I believe it's sputtering because of the offensive line and because of that play call. It's sputtering, and we got Kansas City. I think next. No way. You are not going to be able to play like that and win. It's not going to happen. And I don't think you need to get too crazy by left with. You just need to find highly executable plays with the guys that you have. With the guys that you have. You have to adjust what you're doing to the guys that you have, not the guys that you want to have, not the guys that you want on the field. You have to change the plays to match the personnel that you have. You don't have the same guys on there. I just feel like, but you know what? I think they're gonna learn from this one, and I think they're gonna look better going forward. Tom Brady did a better job at controlling his anger and his frustration. You still saw it, but it wasn't explosive. It kept the guys calm and everything, but it's not a sense of urgency is the issue. It's the execution is the issue. I wish they had like an extra week of practice with these guys. I think they'd have looked a lot better. Having Mike Evans out there would have definitely changed the thing, changed the game. So it is what it is, man. Oh, and that Brady run, boy, Brady got up. Called it back. Let's go to the comments, my people. Let's see what y'all think. See where we at here. Oh, Rudolph. Yeah, John. I scrolled up. I saw that Kyle Rudolph got in the game. One play. Where's he at? Where's this guy at? You mean to tell me he can't give us what Cameron Brady's giving us right now? Or Cole Keith or some of these other guys? He can't give us that? He had one play, one pass, and it went straight to him. He caught it and he went out of bounds, and then we ain't seen him again. Just like Darden. Darden caught a pass line of the game, never seen him again, but it was close to the end of the game. But hey, it's time to get Kyle Rudolph in there, baby. What we brought you here for? Through 3 games we ain't seen you and you ain't hurt. What's the problem? If he ain't ready to go, then why y'all? If he ain't ready to play, then why'd y'all bring him in here? You brought him in here for what? Sit him down and have him serve drinks? Or did you bring him in here to play? Well, put him in the game. None of the guys that was in there was doing anything, so put him in the game. And it ain't he don't know the playbook or he don't know the plays. He been in this offense now since the summer. So he should know something. The guy ain't stupid. He should know something. Enough to get in the game. Work him into the game. What you doing? That's what I'm saying. Brian Leftwich, you really ready to be a head coach? Because I see that Todd Bowles completely gave the offense over to you, completely. And let you run it, because he don't know nothing about offense. And if he's going to let you run it, you got to put the right personnel group is in there. And Bruce used to come over the top and make sure everything was straight, and you ain't got that check and balance no more. It's looking real suspect. You're going to have to clean it up. Yeah, Jason said, how you got to have a delay on 2-point conversion when you should have practiced all week? Ain't no way you don't practice that, man. That's crazy, man. If you don't practice nothing, I don't give a damn about a route. If you don't practice nothing throughout the week, you practice situational football. If you don't practice nothing else, you practice your 4-minute offense, your 2-minute offense, your red zone offense. You practice your 2-point conversion, your onside kick. You practice those things if you don't practice nothing else throughout the week. Because those are the crucial aspects of the game that literally teeters on winning and losing is those points in the game. And they look like they never even practiced a 2-point conversion. That's what it looked like. It looked like that. I mean, Brady it was like he was drawing the play up as they was getting into the formation. Like, no, you come down. No, you go. No, you stay. You go. Okay, you stop. Okay, you get you, and he's the mic and delay a game. It's crazy, man. And you still had the opportunity to take it. At least get a 2-1 conversion. Still had a chance. Didn't do it. Yeah, GT5, I don't think OBJ can run those trick plays. Got to try to run. Yeah, OBJ hurt, man. We don't need to bring no more hurt people in here, man. OBJ hurt. You ain't bring him in here. Tom Brady's still elite. Yeah, he elite, GT. I'm not saying he's not elite, man. He's still a good quarterback. He elite based on his body of work. Is he playing elite right now? No. He's not playing elite. I mean, he's playing like he's a 45-year-old quarterback. He ain't never sucked, but he ain't going to suck ever, right? Unless he's 80, he might suck. He's not going to suck. He is an elite quarterback based on who he is and what he's accomplished in his body work. But is he playing elite right now? No, he's not. He's managing the game. He's managing the game, but he ain't got nobody to throw to. So I mean, it's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. And I was waiting on these guys to step up. I thought they would. And I like them. I like all of them. But they need one big target to garner attention of the other team's defense. They need one big target that like a Mike Evans or Rob Gronkowski or somebody like that just will garner safety attention, garner linebacker attention. Somebody for the defensive circle. If you're a defensive coordinator and you playing the Bucs, who are you circling on our offense? Leonard Fournette. Right now, in this game, you circle Leonard Fournette, and that's it. And that's the defensive line job. And that's the linebacker's job. You ain't circling nobody on our offense. Nobody else. Not an offensive lineman, not a receiver, not a tight end, nobody. Everybody. If you don't get circled, you're just another guy. And we got nobody on our offense that's scary. Not even Tom Brady. You're not circling him either because you know if you get pressure on him, he's going to fold. especially up the middle. So we just it's just guys, man. We need at least one big name that's gonna take some kind of attention away from these little guys and letting them work. Scotty Miller used to being like this guy that's just like nobody know about him. He come in the game right before half, ain't nobody really paying him no attention, and he go deep. But now that he the guy, he just get bodied and tossed around. It's crazy. Anyway, we need to re-sign Sue. Let me tell you about that, man. I saw that earlier today. Somebody said that. They've been saying that. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, Tampa 2 YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, Tampa 2 YouTube, and Twitter, same name. But signing Sue, man, Sue ain't gonna do what you think he's gonna do, man. Will he help stifle the run a little bit? He will, but he ain't gonna be close to getting no sacks. He's not as disruptive as he used to be. Although he would help in the run, don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's worth. At some point, you got to let those guys. You got to let these new guys, get in there, right? Hanging on to Sue and his production being a fraction of what it was, just being able to stand in and stop somebody from running is great. But you ain't gonna never develop your guys if you don't let them in there, right? So if you're gonna let them in there, now's the time to do it. We can't depend on Sue because Sue is good. Sue's durable. He'll be there every game. He'll help stifle somebody's run. But he ain't finna be getting sacks and really pushing the pocket like that. He's not doing that no more. If you look at the tape from last season, he just really wasn't pushing the pocket around like you would want him to, like the Sue of old, right? But still disruptive in the run, but definitely not worth. What I'm saying is the guys that we have can give us what Sue gave us. They just got to come along. They just got to come along. And the only way to do that is to give them reps. And with Dominic Sue and Vita Vea here, you're not going to give them reps. You got to let these guys flourish. But and it's not looking terrible. I mean, I think they was at 2.9 yards to carry, which is pretty good. But they ain't too far from where we was last year. So it's not terrible, the defensive line. If you bring in Sue, I'm not mad at you. I just don't think he's going to do what you think. The element that you think he's going to bring to us, I don't think he'll bring that to us. I think we'll look exactly the same like we look right now. So that's what I think. Yeah, Tryon, you right, Marlo. Tryon, boy, I tell you, I can't remember. Let me see what we got. Secondary playing good, but need more from the D line. Yeah, you're right. I don't got no problem with how the secondary is playing, and they staying healthy, which is great. I don't really got 100%. Like I don't got a real huge problem with how they play. I think they're playing fine. I just think that we got to get more pressure on that D line. These quarterbacks get too much time. They're able to step up in the pocket, which I hate, and that's why the people saying bring back Ndamukong Suh so he can close off that step up. I just wish they would get a little bit more pressure with just 4. These exotic blitzes do work, but they're starting to get picked up. Todd Bowles had the biggest playbook with the most exotic blitzes in the NFL. And now all his blitzes are starting to get picked up. They all starting to get picked up, man. I don't know how, but they just starting to get picked up. These offensive coordinators get paid too. So when he stop all that, right? If it's a great Hall of Fame quarterback that we playing, future Hall of Fame, just rush 4, man. Rush 4, play coverage. You're just gonna have to do that. Drop a blitz on 3rd down. That's it. You're just gonna have to do that, and you got to let it live where it's gonna live. And I know you're doing that so they don't feel comfortable running the ball, but you're gonna have to let it live how it's gonna live because you're wasting the formidable years of this secondary that we got, which is playing great. But when the quarterback got all day to wait on somebody to find a spot, they can't guard him. And then y'all starting to drop our safeties down to create extra pressure. With all these blitzes and stuff, stop, man. Just play coverage. Just like you did. You stop doing that. You put 4 down linemen and you play coverage, and it was winning every single time. And it will going forward. Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Will say the receivers bracing for hit. Yeah, our receivers do a lot of that, but they do that because they small. They not beasts. They small and they skinny and they not tough like they need to be, man. Of course, Scotty gonna brace for impact. He tough though, but of course he gonna brace. He getting beat up. They abusing this man. They abusing Scotty in Tampa, bro. And then Bashard Perriman, I mean, I don't think he's confident. His Bashard Perriman problem is his confidence, man. You could just see it on him, his body language. But I like Russell Gage. Russell Gage had a drop in the form and they called it probably it led to what helped cost us the game, but I like Russell Gage in this offense. I like Russell Gage in this offense. But he can't be the guy. He can be one of the guys, but he can't be the guy. We gotta stop. We gotta watch with making him the guy. He can't be the guy. He can be one of the guys. He can't be the guy. That's why I said we need at least one guy out there, like the man. Next week we'll have him, but we need at least one to take some attention away. But I like Russell Gage in this offense. I really do. I think that's going to be positive. Scotty, I think they should put you on special teams and go ahead and bring up Thompson and let Thompson run because Thompson was impressive. And if that's all you're going to give us, Scotty Miller, if that is what you're going to give us, is that. Oh, we can get another guy to do that if that's all you're going to give us. We don't need that. We can get plenty of guys to give. Geiger can give us that. If that's what you're giving us. I can get out there and get abused. Just put me out there. I ain't running no more than 5 to 7 yards. Then I'm out for a whole series. But for them 5 to 7 yards, you throw me the ball, Tom Brady, I'm catching. First down. T2 with the first down. And then I'm out the game for the rest of the series. Anyway, let's see what else we got. They needed to get yelled at, to be honest. Yeah, the Morpheus, you ain't lying, man. So somebody said that, man. I was talking to somebody after the game, right after the game, and they said that. They was like, that fired up Tom Brady might be what they need, what y'all needed. And I said, that's something to think about, but I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I think they know. If you know Tom Brady and you know if the culture's right, then you don't need all that. If the culture's right, you don't need all that. That's just extra. But it's an argument. But those young guys, man, you yell at them too much, man, they get discouraged, man. Then you yell at them young guys too much, they'll get discouraged. They won't want it. Some of them get hyped, some of them get discouraged. Like, maybe I can't do it. Maybe I can't do it. And then after that, they just ain't no good for nothing. So I don't know. You gotta have a balance, man. You gotta have a balance. What up, Kane? What up, man? That last drive was classic Brady, though. We're lucky to have this in our offensive legacy. Yeah. Try to enjoy this while we have them. Yeah, that's a good point, King, man. Like, at the end of the day, this Tom Brady last season. Y'all watching his last ride. So if you get a chance to go to the game, if you get it, just enjoy it. He's right. Because let me tell you something. After this season, we're going back. I hope not. But we're going back. We're going back to the unknown. We're going back to trying to find the quarterback and not knowing what we get game in and game out, like the Saints going through right now, like the Falcons going through right now. Hell, if you want to ask, like the Panthers going through right now. It's just you never know what you're gonna get week in and week out. At least we know. So enjoy it. Yeah, you're right, man. Definitely enjoy it. Tompkins. Oh, his name Tompkins. Was it Thompson? Tompkins. You know what I'm talking about. Should have never let Tyler Johnson go. What Tyler Johnson down there doing? Over in Houston. Tyler Johnson would have did nothing, man. Marlo said Beasley was okay and just got here like 3 days ago. Way more time, play time than Rudolph, who been there all camp. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. He only been here 3 days. You can't expect much out of him. But even what he gave Cole Beasley, man, he was out there. He wasn't scared. But that's what I'm saying. Get Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller, you are now playing special teams. Thompson, whatever his name is, you are elevated to start. And Scotty Miller will replace Darden and put Darden in the offense and see what it do. See what that little combination do. And then get Kyle Rudolph in the game. Mike Evans come back next week against the Chiefs. At some point, Julio Jones, hopefully he got a partial tear in his ACL, I heard them say. Damn. But it's all good. He was just extra anyway. You didn't expect him to start 16 games, 17 games in the playoff season. We didn't expect that. But we did expect him to play a little bit. He ain't playing none, but hopefully he'll get in there. And then at some point, Chris Godwin will come back. We'll be all right. I saw some of the fans saying it's OBJ time. OBJ is still hurt. Right? OBJ is still hurt. Y'all might see him on the videos walking around being crazy, but he's still hurt. You gotta be careful with that. If you're gonna bring somebody like that in, you definitely bring him after the trade deadline, after week 3. Yeah, this is week 3. So after week 3, you can sign the free agents you sign. You don't have to keep them all season. You can bring them in after week 3, and then you can just cut them if you want to cut them. You don't got to keep them. If you bring them in before week 3, you gotta pay them for the year, right? You owe them for the whole year. But if you bring them in after week 3, you can cut them at any time, and it's no penalty to you. So that's probably what people are waiting on. But OBJ ain't going to do nothing. Do what you think, man. He ain't going to do what you think. There's no savior for the Bucs that's available today. There's no savior for the Bucs. The savior for the Bucs is already on the Bucs. We just got to get them in the game. And King said it was crazy before the delay of game. Brady had us in the right place. We was in the right place. Leonard Fournette could have walked that thing right in. He could have walked it right in. That was the play. And if we go to overtime, who knows what happened at the end of overtime? That's a dub, I think. If we get to overtime, that's a dub. Them boys was gassed. They was done. And we were lighting up. Again, they was playing a little softer because they was trying to preserve their win. But we would have had one more quarter to go. Shit, I think we would have got them. Especially we got the ball first. We home. But hell of a season opener, man. I tell you that. Let's see where we at. Pooch said Sub used to get him. Oh, Sue used to get in everybody's head. That's all. Yeah, Sue did. Ain't no lie. Yeah, he did. Sue used to get in a lot of quarterbacks' head. And that's why I said in my video last week, I said you got to get Rodgers on the ground twice. You got to get him on there twice. If you don't get him on there twice, you ain't going to win. You got to put him on the ground twice. Now, we did pick him, which is good. But you got to do something else to him. You got to make him see. Aaron Rodgers played in the meta world, right? He played a meta game. This whole trying to snap the ball and we got 12 men on the field and trying to catch us off sides and make us jump the snap and all that in the most perfect opportune times to do that. And see, he playing this meta game, man, that Tom Brady played. Tom Brady played these meta games too. And if you got to shake him out of that. You got to shake him out of him having time to think of little stuff like that. Like, they got 12 men on the field. Down the distance, this much time left on the field, this many timeouts. Well, I'm going to try to fake the snap here and get him to jump. You got to take him out of all that meta game and keep him in the current game. And the way you do that is you start frustrating him. So he ain't even thinking about that because he thinking about if he's going to get sacked on this next play. And he's thinking about, okay, how much time do I got on this play before they penetrate the line? He's thinking about that. If you got him giving him time to start thinking about the meta game, the game inside the game, he's way too comfortable. He's way too comfortable. So you needed to get him on the ground at least twice to take him out of the meta game, bring him into your game and keep him frustrated. And they just couldn't do that, and they couldn't get to him. They had some hands around him, but they couldn't do it. And Aaron Rodgers used to be a rollout scrambling, and he don't even do that either, man. He's sitting in the pocket. He right for the taking. We just got to play better, man. 95 look good. Okay. Where's Vita? Where's Vea? Vita Vea. Yeah, King. I don't know. Vita Vea. I hate to say he ain't impacting the game, but you want to say his name a couple times a game. Like, look at Vea, and he looking real pedestrian through these first 3 weeks. The defense playing well. Don't get me wrong. The defense is playing excellent, but he looking real pedestrian. And he was in on that hit that caused that fumble. So I will give Vita Vea that. Because Vita Vea hit that man. He dropped off a coverage and hit him on the goal line and made him drop the ball. So I give him that credit. He hit the shit out of him. But he been pretty much pedestrian. I mean, he been doing his job, but you want to be calling his names. But he really wasn't brought in to get a bunch of sacks. He was getting in to block to take up a space. And that's what he's doing. He's still doing that. But when they start doing these exotic blitzes and having him pull and roll over here and stunt and all this stuff, man, just seeing Vita Vea down the middle. Seeing him down the middle. Oh yeah, props to Hall for the clutch sack. Yeah, man. I definitely want to see more of him, man. I want to see more of him. He looked like he's gonna be good because when y'all saying to bring in Sue, y'all saying that Hall, Luke, what is that? Luke Hall, whatever his name is. Y'all saying that he's not doing his job right there. And he's athletic and let him come along, man. Hall let him come along. I like what he's doing. He did get that clutch, and Aaron Rodgers just sat down on top of him and gave it up. That allows us to almost take that with that clutch sack. So let the boys come along. And again, don't expect them to be in mid-season form. And we're not gonna win every game. So for us to lose a game, we're going to lose some kind of weight, right? Either defense ain't gonna show up, offense ain't gonna show up, special teams or a combination. So this ain't the end of the world. It's not like the world is falling down and it's crashing, but you hate to see us lose in that fashion where the offense just don't do nothing, right? If it's a shootout, that means the defense ain't doing their job. You don't want to see that either. I don't mind these low-scoring games so long as it's not execution that's killing us. If that defense is just that good, then they just that good. The Saints defense is just that good. Only when they play us, mind you, and let the Carolina Panthers come in there and win, play their ass like trash, and then play us like it's a damn Super Bowl. But anyway, their defense is good. So for us to have a low-scoring game against those defense, that's fine, as long as we come out on top, right? And so it's just how we lose it now. I just didn't like it, man. Sputtering. Jason said Darden and Thompson is tougher and stronger than Miller. Yeah, I would. I go with that. I go with that. Definitely Thompson. I used to think Darden played a little scared, but King on here all day. Let me see, Mr. Everything says I feel like they said they'll lose this one and playing for Chiefs. Oh, you feel like they said they'll lose this one and playing for the Chiefs? No, I don't think so. I don't think they start looking at the next game before this game is over with. But I do feel like at some point they kind of relegated to it ain't our day, and then they started to cook again. So I do think at some point they probably did feel like that, but I feel like they got back up though. I feel like they got back up. We got to make a play for Lamar. Oh, let's sidebar for a quick second, my people. Y'all not feeling Kyle Trash? I'm sorry, Kyle Trash and Blaine Trasher. Y'all not feeling Kyle Trash and Blaine Trasher? The Bucs ain't gonna pay no Lamar Jackson. Y'all can stop that. The Bucs ain't gonna pay no damn Lamar Jackson. He want 230 million plus 230 $250,000 to play quarterback. First of all, Baltimore ain't letting him out of Baltimore. Y'all cancel that shit. Whatever he asking for, they gonna give it to him because they'll be stupid not to. But there's some quarterbacks that I'm looking at that we can snag. That's a later video. That's a whole end of the season video. But there's some quarterbacks out there that we can snag. Not in the draft either. Anyway, let's see where we at. I'm liking Beasley cut Miller. I don't know if you want to cut that speed. We did that with Adam Humphries, and I really feel like we paid for that. Scotty Miller's great on special teams, man. He's great on special teams. He's a gunner. And he'll get down there. He'll throw his body. He don't care. He'll crash dummy. Scotty Miller is a crash dummy. He'll run down there and throw his whole soul at somebody. Don't even care. If it kill him, he don't care. So I don't want to say cut him. You definitely don't want to cut Scotty Miller in the middle of the season. That's crazy, especially with the depth issues we got. But it's time to let the young guys just bring the young guys up, man. Let the young guys step on up and let's get Tompkins in there and let's see what he can do, man. Julio playing next week. Okay. About Bulls confirmed. Okay. Hey, Jonathan. We'll see. Sure hope so, man. Gronkman coming back. Jason. Julio gave us one good play against Dallas and wait for his career about done. Yeah. Yeah. Julio wasn't brought in. I don't think Julio was brought in to be featured in the game. Julio was brought in for the late playoff Super Bowl push. You want him to get in there and get some chemistry with Tom Brady. You want him to play, maybe get 3-4 balls in game, throw this way, maybe three balls, kind of see what he can do, have him stay in shape. And then when you get to week 16, 15, 16, bring him in, start letting him play a little bit more. And then that way, when you get ready to do your playoff run, you got Julio with you for the whole playoff run. That's where you want to be when it comes to Julio. You don't want to be week 4, week 5, having him going out there killing himself to win these games. You don't want that. If Julio is what you need in order to win these early games, then you got a problem. That's a sign for later in the season when you need playoff, big plays for sure. Can't make no mistakes like kind of football. But these little early ones, if Mike Evans was in and Chris Godwin was in, nobody would be worried about Julio. That's why I say he extra. But now that we got all these problems, we definitely gonna need him to come in and help us now win the games, which is not what I think they brought him in. Trill said, how you feel about Byron? You talking about Byron Leftwich? You must have missed the beginning. The play calling is terrible, man. Play calling is terrible. I think he need Bruce Arians going back over the plays again. But Bruce Arians ain't in the room no more. He ain't in charge no more. And now he don't got nobody over him to check basically check his work. Like they said that he was rumored to be having done by Bruce Arians. And you can see the difference in the play call. He needs somebody to check his work. I don't think he's ready for a head coach. Not yet. Yeah, Jonathan, play calling wasn't the best. Now it was trash. We had a touchdown on that busted flea flicker. Big Al. When they see, so it's hard to say that, right? It's hard to say that, even if you look at the all 21, all 22, what's the name of that? All 22, with the coaches' video. Even if somebody was wide open, like it's hard to say that flea flicker, man, to get it, and it's like a double reverse flea flicker too. Like that takes so long. And then Tom Brady to get the ball back and you just don't do that at that time. You do that when you up and it's right before half, and if you don't make it, it ain't gonna hurt you, right? That's when you try stuff like that. You don't try stuff like that when you down and the offense can't move. And I understand they were trying to get a little spark in it, but the way to get the spark is to execute, but bring in somebody fresh that add a little wrinkle to the game. That's why I said they should have brought in Rashad White, man. Why has he gone to the doghouse so bad? I understand he might have some blocking issues or whatever, but man, we need to change the pace. Leonard Fournette, you should have sat Leonard Fournette down and at least brought in Kashawn Bond or somebody just to give a different little look. I would have rather you just run the ball on that play. Like that flea flicker shit. What? When? When the Bucs did a flea, man, get out of here with that. Logan Hall. I call him Luke. Logan Hall. But I don't even remember these guys' names, man. Said Dean certified caution been tripping. Dean be playing like a CB1. Carter playing good too. I can't do Carter like that. He playing good too, man. They ain't killing him. They ain't killing him. He playing good. They both playing good, man. They both playing good. I like what we doing at the corner position. I'm really liking them staying healthy. And they got SMB sitting in the wait, just waiting to get in, waiting to get his shot again. And he a legit number 2 corner, but he a number 3 now. But he a legit number 2 corner. So if something happened, I feel comfortable with Jamel Dean moving to 1 and SMB having to move to 2 if something happened to Carlton or something happened to Jamel Dean. I'm comfortable with SMB coming in and replacing him. So I'm real happy about it. I like Mike Edwards at safety. And I like Winfield. I like what he's doing. They playing him in the slot a whole lot, and I don't know why. I don't know why they started doing that at the end of last season when they started playing Winfield Jr. over the slot. I really don't like that, man. But I mean, a lot of teams do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams do that. But I want them back in the middle of the field, man. But the defense is playing great, so it's working. They said Trask is not the answer. You're right. Trask is not the answer. I'm sorry. Let me catch up with y'all. He said, as bad as I don't want to say it, but get Jimmy G to manage the game. Oh, here's the problem with Jimmy G. And I'm just going real quick. The Buccaneers, the style of offense that we play, that we want to play, with them deep shots downfield, Jimmy G can't do. But the style of offense that we play right now, Jimmy G would thrive in. This quick hitter, that quick stuff. Oh yeah, Jimmy G would thrive all day. But as you can see, they ain't gonna let Jimmy G go, especially not now. Especially not now. With the Trey Lance that hurt his ankle, and he out for the season, he gonna come back banged up. They ain't gonna let Jimmy G go nowhere. Trust me. But we'll have that conversation though. We'll have that conversation because I'm looking at some quarterbacks out there that I think we can put some moves on and we can probably get big names too. So we'll talk about it. Run the jet sweep with Julio and Godwin. Do you think Trask is? Oh no, Trask not the answer. Where we at? Okay, let me scroll up here. He said, I remember when D was in home court every Sunday. He came a long way. You right, man. We gotta get a love of D, man. We gotta love the D, man. When I find the box that's got my hammer in it, it's coming back out. I ain't unpacked that box yet. But wifey going through all those boxes. So when she find it, and she said, baby, here go your hammer. And then we going to home court, a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all going to home court. Because Scotty Miller, you was definitely going to have to address the jury tonight. But I'll let you live. Better fix it. You got to put Neil in more. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Neil. Ooh, I like it. I like it, man. Neil, I just need you to make 2 plays a game. That's it. Play your game like you normally play, but make 2 big plays a game. That's it. That's all I need from you. You give me that, we good. Where we at? Said our phases never clicked together, even the Super Bowl season. If we could do that, we would be unstoppable. Gerard said that. Gerard, man, you're right. For those that's going to watch this video later, once we take the live down and then it upload it, to YouTube, that's what's going to be in the comments. I bet you. All the people that come watch this game and talk about it, that's what's going to be in the comments. Is not clicking. The offense clicking and defense not. Defense clicking and the offense not. The special teams ain't clicking. Y'all are right when y'all say if all 3 would click at the same time, we'll be unstoppable. But I believe that majority of teams would also be unstoppable if that was the case. The Bills look like that, right? Until today. The Bills are like they're gonna be unstoppable. And the Miami's looking like that right now, where all three phases of their game is clicking. Um, then you go to a team like the Saints. Defense is on, offense is treated to that, right? If the it, and their special teams is clicking, they just missing the offense. For us, our defense is clicking. The special teams ain't doing nothing, and the offense is trash. So, but again, it's only week 3, so we're not going to jump off the bridge. But we need to start seeing some improvement week to week. Week to week, we need to see improvement. The defense is doing good, but we need to see that progression from the offense. And it's not coming. And you feel like it's because Brady ain't got enough weapons, is what you feel like. But Brady's never been the one to make you feel like he don't got enough weapons because he did more with less, but he don't even have less. New England didn't roll him out with the cast and crew that he's got now. He got a crazy cast and crew. All these young guys, man, a lot of these guys are gonna make other teams. Right now, today can make other teams. It's just that right now for us, they just ain't doing nothing. Oh yeah, the Eagles clicking too, Jay. The Eagles just wilding. The Eagles are wilding. And they thought the NFC, man, the NFC, if the Vikings roll today, I mean, it's how did the Saints lose to the Panthers, bro? How did y'all lose to the Panthers? Y'all want to fight us in y'all stadium and give us y'all Super Bowl D. Y'all gonna play them and be trash, man. That tells me one thing. Y'all get up for the level of competition that you're playing against. And that's the most dangerous thing you can have in a team is to play up to the level of your competition. Because that is a 8-8, well, 8-9 now because of 17 games recipe. Playing to the competition. Anyway. All right, where we at? Yeah, King said we need to change our gunners on the punt team. Yeah. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Hey, the swap is look, I think Scotty Miller might be the fastest person on our team. A lot of these receivers y'all seeing that we featuring, they will be gunners. These are gunners. These backup linebackers and these wide receivers, they will be gunners. But they got to start. That's why they ain't where they supposed to be. The special teams is gonna suffer for that. When we get our guys back, these guys gonna move over to special teams, and you're gonna start seeing that pick up. But this kid, Camarda, that kid Camarda is booting that shit, boy. He is not playing. Camarda is not playing, boy. I love that. He's booting this man. Ace need to tank for a QB. They probably will. I'm trying to figure out why, and this ain't the Saints thing, but I'm trying to figure out why they ain't moved on to start featuring Taysom Hill a little more because obviously Jaden ain't it, and they just ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. I think they're gonna let it play out, and they're gonna go in there and they're gonna try to snatch them up a QB. Because the Saints get a QB, a real QB, they right back in it. If they let us get a QB after this season, somebody make a mistake and let us get a QB. Because Tennessee obviously gonna get rid of Tannehill, I think. They're gonna have to let him go, right? Tannehill's a good QB, manageable at least. I think we'll talk about it. All right, we'll talk about it. Where we at here? Dalton. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But we'll see how Cooper Rush do. While Dak is out, we'll see how Cooper Rush do. We'll see how Cooper Rush does. He never did nothing too crazy, but we'll see how he do while Dak is out. He gonna get some looks. He definitely gonna get some looks. Yeah, them Saints fans real quiet, bro. Mr. Mack, what up? Them Saints fans real quiet, bro. They're real quiet. I should start talking about the whole NFC South. Maybe one year I do that. I'll start going over the whole NFC South and seeing what they do. I like Mariota too, man. Anyway, we'll see what they do. Sean Payton was the glue. Yeah. Sean Payton come back next season. Sean Payton coming back next season. Wonder what team he gonna coach. Panthers. He gonna coach the Panthers when they fire Matt Rule. We'll see, man. Anyway, Jacob Eason, you already know. If you know me, you know how I feel about Jacob Eason. I saw that, Will. You already know how I feel about Jacob Eason, man. We'll see them again, Marlo, man. We'll see them again in the playoffs. Packers fans, it ain't over. It ain't over. We still owe you one. And we always pay them debts, man. We always pay them debt. Sean up in Seattle, Sean Payton in Dallas. Yeah, Sean Payton wasn't going down. Sean Payton wasn't going to Dallas because he don't want to give it that kind of control. When you go to Dallas, you're not in control. Jerry World, that's Jerry World. That's Jerry World. He don't play that. When you the GM and the owner, you can't pick Sean Payton groceries like that. Nah, he wouldn't be in Dallas. But Eason, everybody, hey, listen, y'all sleep on Eason, Jacob Eason. I've been telling y'all that for 2 years, 2 years. He came out in the draft 3 years. Nah, he ain't going back to the Saints, bro. He ain't going back to the Saints. They're going to stick with Dennis Allen for sure. They're going to give Dennis Allen some time, man. Heard the Bucs are looking at Kenny Holiday. Did you hear anything about that? No, I ain't looking at that, but I know he unhappy, man. Kenny Holiday came out last week and was like, yo, what's going on? That's a good pickup for depth, but again, that's another one of them guys. This is another guy, man. That's a Bashar Perriman. It's the same thing. There's really nobody out there like that, man. That's why I said ain't nobody coming to save the Bucs because there ain't nobody out there like that. Now the trade deadline ain't till October, so they got plenty of time, but to make a trade. But trade for what? And who? What you giving up? You ain't got nobody to give up. Who you gonna give up? What you gonna give up? Picks? That's the worst thing to do. Because you got to use some of them picks to get up in the draft to get a quarterback. But that's another conversation. I know everyone saw Rodgers' face as we went driving down that field. Hell yeah, King. We saw. He knew what time it was. All right, peoples. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all enjoy y'all rest of y'all day, y'all night. Again, man, this Tampa 2 is hooligans. If you missed the live, come see me next week, man. We'll be back on here. If you want to get in touch with me, you want to hit me up, just hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, Tampa 2 YouTube. Y'all know how to talk to me, man. Talk to me in the comments, whatever. Every now and then when I got time, I try to jump in and comment real quick. Like the comment so you know that I read it. Even if I don't like it, I don't mean I didn't read it, but it just depends on what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the drive-through line, I'll check a couple of the comments. You know what I'm saying? Commercial break, I check a couple of comments. I try to do that. Sometimes I just don't get around to it. But hit me up on Twitter. I have never used Twitter for this. I use Twitter, but I never used it for this. So just hit me up, man, and hit me up on Instagram, message, whatever, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Again, I wasn't gonna do this, but I only did it for y'all, man. Hooligans, y'all. Peace.